Okay, I was just going to say, now that's Kozlowski, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sandra Kozlowski is my guest this morning with Conchetta House. Did I pronounce that part right?
You sure did.
So where'd you come up? What is Conchetta House?
Conchetta House, first of all, is named after my great-grandmother, Conchetta Piscitello, who immigrated to the United States from Italy. And what Conchetta House is, it'll be free housing for single parents who are trying to get through college.
Okay. For the parent that's going through college, not his or her kids.
Well, for the parents and the kids to live
okay.
together. And we will be having some programs of the business community mentoring the single parent, helping them get job ready, and free tutoring and free music and art lessons for the kids. So it's a full program that we're putting together.
So this is something you're doing while you're unemployed, right?
While I'm doing it, while I'm unemployed, yes. I'm still looking for a job. However, I love the community. And I was on your show a little while ago, and MSN and Subway Sandwiches had a contest where people could vote for Conchetta House. And we weren't one of the winners, but one of the prizes that we got was we met single-parent organizations all over the country. And there's a need all over the country to help single parents, which is the #1 growing homeless factor are working single families, especially if they're going to college. And instead of staying in shelters for 5 months, they're now staying in shelters for a year. So people are unable to make life better for their families. So what Conchetta House is trying to do is just be that little bit of a stopgap, give people just a little bit of help so they can get to college and move from poverty to self-sustaining.
So this is a little niche that you found. That some people, maybe a single mother with kids, at home, has maybe gotten a grant and can go to college now, but you can't afford to pay the rent because you're not, you're going to school and not working.
That's right. That's exactly the problem. People think that there's a ton of money to go to college to pay the college. There's not a ton of money to pay for the housing and keeping the lights on, and we're just offering a little bit of help.
So are you actually providing full rent or just partial rent? Or?
It'll be, we have to keep our fingers and toes crossed. We'd like it to be full rent. We are looking at a couple of facilities in town, and that's why we're starting the fundraising, so we can begin to talk to architects and potential investors to help us get off the ground.
This is a legitimate nonprofit organization. People can donate to you and get a tax deduction?
Yes. Well, kind of. Kind of. Well, let me tell you, it's a little more complicated than that, which I'm glad that I've gotten to walk the process. We are a registered charity with the state of Washington, and we went through that. And it's extremely expensive to get your 501c3 designation. And being unemployed, I can't pull that money out of anywhere. So we're looking for people who will believe in us enough to help us raise the money, and that's part of what our February 3rd fundraiser at the Lacey Applebee's is all about, is to help us get that money so that we can get our 501c3 designation and get going.
So you have a board?
I do have a board.
So how many people on the board?
3 so far.
And you're looking for board members?
Of course we are. People who are passionate about single parents and about kids getting a well-rounded education is who we're looking for. We do have a website, www.conchettahouse.org, where people can go on and really read more about it, see the business plan, and get more information.
Okay, and you have 4 boys of your own?
Actually, I have 6 kids.
6 kids?
Yeah, 2 are up and out of the house and 4 at home.
Okay, 6 kids.
I do.
And you're getting them all through college?
My oldest son is working on his master's degree in psychology. My daughter has just decided that she wants to be a nurse, and so she's going to go into nursing. And the 4 boys, well, the expectation is they're going to college.
So you're a single parent?
I am.
With 6 kids, wow. Okay, and you want them all to go to college.
Yes.
So how are you doing this?
Well, being unemployed, I'm not saving any money for college yet. However, I think that spending time with them, doing their homework with them, and my kids are my life. So I spend pretty much every waking moment, focusing on them and helping to groom them and teach them why college is a good idea. And I think I have them convinced.
So you have one in college, actually.
I have one in college right now.
And how? This is a boy, right?
Yes.
And so how is he paying for this?
He did grants, and he lived with me. The greatest honor of my life was I couldn't give him any money, but I could give him free housing for the 2 years that he did community college. And to see that monkey get off of his back so he could just focus on his other little bills and getting good grades was probably part of what pushed me to do Conchetta House.
You let him stay home?
I did.
With you?
I did. It was an honor.
Okay.
Because he was doing something great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now is he still in school?
He is. He's getting his master's degree.
His master's, as you said. Yeah, you said that. Okay. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very proud.
So then you're trying to help others while helping yourself at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's very important that this niche, because Dick, when you help the parents get to college, then the kids have a better chance of getting to college. The kids have a better chance of reaching a better future. So Conchetta House isn't just helping the parents. It's really helping 2 generations at the same time get an education. And that's what we're pushing for.
Okay. So tell me have you done any actual help so far?
This Christmas, we were actually donated some money, and there were some single parents that weren't going to have a Christmas and who are in college, and so we donated every penny of that to the single parents just to give them a little bit better Christmas.
It didn't go to rent, though.
It could not go to rent because it wasn't that much money this year. But what we're hoping to do is get one facility and remodel it so that we all can stay there. It will also help build community. One of the roadblocks to education is isolationism with single parents. Like, I just stay home and take care of my kids. I look for a job during the day. I take care of my kids at night. That's my whole life. And so if something happened with my kids, I don't necessarily have somebody to come help me. That is the plight of the single parent. So if we build a community, then we have more support to keep going to reach our goals.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have this event coming up at Applebee's in Lacey, out on Lacey, right?
Mm-hmm. In Lacey on February 3rd from 5 to 9. Applebee's Corporation is very generous. And what they're doing is when you go to the website, www.conchettahouse.org, and print out the flyer, 15%, and come and eat that night, 15% of whatever you paid for your dinner will be donated directly to Conchetta House. We need to raise $1,000 so we can get our 501c3 designation with the IRS.
All right. Well, Sandra Kozlowski, thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Well, thank you. It's always fun.
All right. Sandra Kozlowski of Conchetta House, my guest this morning. It's 8:26.